Hey, how you guys doing? We're gonna do Fabi versus Varakobian. Fabi's white, Vara's black. Okay, it's a really good game, so I wanted to show it with you. And then we're gonna do Annie Shurvich versus Anna Shurvich versus Annie Wing. Sorry. So Fabi goes e4, e6, d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6, e5. And this is the French classic variation. And Var loves the French. He's kind of like the master of the French. So that's kind of the sitch here. So that's why I kind of went into it. 1 second. Excuse me. Tickle. Okay. And this is usually the standard line. Then there's that. So e6, e3, knight c5. So everything's standard. Okay, queen b2, b6, bishop b5, and let's see here. That pins, and so the queen's either gonna have to come here, or the knight's gonna have to either come on the rim. And I don't know if Var wants to do that. He does have bishop b5. That is an interesting idea. Oops, I gotta get that. Sorry about that. So there's something like this. There's that, which is played. There's how strange this sounds here, there, and then potentially a push. I don't know. So he went queen c7. Those are kind of the only three moves, candidate moves. Var castle queenside. a6. Ooh. I mean Fabi castle queenside. I got it mixed up. Okay, and Var's black. That's right. This is trying to kick Fabi's out. So takes, queen takes. So it's kind of, he's trying to storm him with here, 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 and then just keep coming down the pike like that. And Fabi's like, he knows that Vara's not going to castle queenside. So he's getting ready for a prophylactic move of Vara getting ready to castle kingside. If Vara did castle kingside here, he runs right into that. And you trust me, you don't want to run into that. And then you actually at this point can play bishop here. You really don't want to take, because then your opponent will actually hide behind the pawn. So if takes there, then oops, sorry about that. It's so sad. Checkmate. So potentially that's going to have to be played, and then Fabi would be up a rook. So an exchange, and I don't think, and with Fabi's potential of an attack, hey, hi Foss, with Fabi's attack coming down the pike like that, I don't think it'd be too pleasurable for Var. There's 5, f6, there we go. G takes, E takes, bishop takes, and now in comes our pride and joy, our knights, and potentially bishop there. Potentially, let's see here. You could even play there. Let me see. What would be a good? More likely, I think that's about it. You probably want to play here at that point. No, b5. So Var's really trying with everything to storm the queenside before he gets stormed with an attack. queen f, and now this is a threat here. After here, there, sorry, here, we'll say bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Okay, let's see, here, 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 here. That's bad. So here, here, there. After that takes, by the way, then you come in with a smackdown. So b5. Varus finally getting his pawns rolling. Yeah, he did. He loves the French, so you know, if you're good at it, play it. And so, but you got to remember, he's facing Fabiano, so Fabi knows the French as well. So it's like it's the playing of the theories of the French, and Var's trying to storm, but it's too little, too late, and in they come. There's really no checks that he can do. The Dara square bishop that would have checked along here is gone. It got traded off for the knight. So that's, yeah. And that there's a problem here. And so the queen gets attacked, takes. I don't know. I might have tried something like that if that was me. Oops, my bad. Get rid of that. That was a mouse slip there. You'd have to check here. Potentially, I'm not sure if, let me see, I don't think that wins because queens takes. Is there enough attack? I don't think so. Let's see. It's probably enough for a draw perpetual. I think it's probably more perpetual at this point. Come on. Engine, work for me. Boy, the engine's being very rebellious right now. Yeah, because I don't think there's... Var's not going to go there and get mated, so... I guess he's going to have to play here. So if he goes there, he does get mated, yeah. I don't know if he can. I don't think he has... I think he's just... Well, like, maybe he does. Maybe he can, now that I think about it. Let me see here. Boy, the engine's pretty slow right now. So... Let me turn it off. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Let's see here. Let's give it a try. Okay. Now let's give it a shot. Come on. Work for me. Snap. Trying to see if there's... If this pawn push makes any idea there. Because it's going to take him a move or two to get his queen involved. So he's going to have to do something like this. And so... Potentially takes. And... I guess you could refresh. We'll give it a shot. Let's see. Let's see if it even works. Oh my word! Wow. Let's just we'll just play onward without the engine. For some reason, it's not working for me. So we'll just talk through kind of it, so we won't waste our time worrying about the engine. Maybe we're supposed to do without it. So it's not a problem. Yeah. So the king moves up. Rook takes. Boy, I truly thought VAR would play that. That's just my opinion, because it's your only way kind of getting well, maybe he was afraid of that. Yeah, maybe I think you might be right there. I think this is it. And then if he goes there, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, because that puts the final touch of defeat on. Yeah. You're right. That's it. You can queen, but guess what? I get what I want. Checkmate. So he plays there. I guess you got to do what you got to do, huh, to kind of hold the position. Queen check. Then, oh, sweet. You gotta love that. Look at this knight. It's saying it's tickling the queen and attacking the pawn at the same time. So it's going. That's sweet. You gotta love that. You gotta love it. That is so nice. Even if that's played, you drop a little attack there. It's like, whoa, what just happened? This is guarded. That's guarded. Oh, I have to block with something. If we block with the queen, oh, we can't. Oh, wow. So he's gonna. What can he do? Oh, smack. He's got to give his queen up. Ouch. That hurts. That hurts even worse. That's painful. Wow. No wonder VAR was. He looked like he was really upset when he got to this position. Now I see why. If he didn't play proper, he would actually have to give up his queen, and that would not feel good in the game for sure. So knight takes, queen there. He's got to hold on with all its might. This pawn can't fall. And then the queen takes. What would happen if pawn takes, though? Oh, can't. It's pinned. My bad. A check. C3. Okay, now let's see. Could he actually queen here and get away with it? I don't think so. Let's see if he queens. Could he queen and actually get away with it? I'm not sure. Let me see here. Has to be something here that I'm missing, that because Fabi wouldn't have allotted VAR to queen without some sort of counterplay. Trying to see what's the idea is here. Hold on. Yeah, I was looking at queen d6, but I think he can run at that point, so I don't know if we could get anything there. Ooh, oh, true. You're right. He does have that. Queen C. So maybe, yeah, I think you're right. That might be the move. Now that we think about it. Huh. Okay, gotcha. All right. Huh. No, I don't think that's right. I'm missing something here. Come on, engine, work for me, come on. Boy, it's a pain. Oh, you think rook takes, then takes. Okay. Oh, there, no, oh snap, the knights right there. Drat. Yeah, so we can't, yeah. Knight takes. Who'd have thunk? You know, it's so sweet when you can, yeah, not right away. I agree with you. Who'd have thunk you can give away your rook to win the game? Check. My teacher told me you need just 3 pieces to checkmate. So you even can consider sometimes using a pawn as the 3rd piece. It's a little soldier, yes, but if the pawn helps out, it's considered 3. And so the knight, queen, and bishop are enough to put away Var's king. So he's got to move, and then he takes, and I don't think there's really anything he can do. Well, I guess he'd lose his queen, wouldn't he? Yeah, I think it's all over at that point. Then he'd have to... Oh, ouch. I guess he could queen here. Oh, that's painful. You just got a new queen and you get checkmated. That's not fun. That is not fun for sure. Ouch. But that's a fun game to analyze though. You know, this would be good to take to your students if you had some students to go over and just look at it. Because of how much tactics you don't get every day to be able to queen and still put away the player. You don't get to do that every day. I think he resigned at this point here, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. Let me refresh to make sure. I'll see where he actually resigned. I think it was yeah, he resigned here. Yeah, but this one was a really good one as well. That one was from the men's side of the U.S. Championship. This one is from the woman's side. Annie Wong says black. Oh, you have a game? Is this the okay? Is this the game from the one that Magnus is in? Oh wow, okay. The Rubenstein Memorial. Okay. Yeah, Topolov is playing in a tournament right now too, as well with Magnus and Shaq and all those guys. Okay, so okay, we have to flip the board here. Flip the board. Flip the board. Flip the board. What you gonna do? Let's see here. So the English opening. It's what grandmasters play when they play like C4 and all that. That's kind of like their handprint that they're going for. They're trying to go for a KO. It's kind of what that is, because it's all about, oh, sweet, nice, my engine's working now. Sweet. Okay. What I was trying to say is they do that when they play c4 to control d5, the d5 square, so that if this is played, they could take back if the knight wasn't there, and then have center control. I'm just saying if the knight wasn't there. That's why c3 is played a lot. Pardon me, c4 I mean. c4. c3, I don't know why I'm thinking c3. I think I was thinking of the Roy Lopez when c3 is played so the bishop can retreat back. I gotta have the Roy Lopez on the brain for some reason, opening for white. So castles e4, d6, bishop e2, and then e5. Nice. This is actually a very good move. I like this move here. Because then if takes, you have queen takes, rook takes, and then if castles, yeah, I think you could play your bishop out maybe. I'm thinking, let me see, what's the computer on? Oh, knight, okay. Yeah, because you have to hold this pawn. I forgot about that. This pawn's under fire. Then if knight there, then you play your bishop, and if bishop takes, knight there, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then if knight takes, pawn takes, and then you can actually play up here, and if takes, here you bring this rook over, and pawn push up, and something similar to like this. Yeah. It does. And b3 could be played, or he can't play this because he'll lose a pawn or he'll lose a rook. So he's kind of got to just play b3. It cements it stops black from progressing. c6 is played. Yeah, a5 is a really, my teacher told me that this, if you could put a5 in with a knight, you can sometimes even cement the knight here if you do it properly, potentially. So yeah, white's idea is play on the queen side and black's idea is king side attack. So if white can stunt his black's goal, white's goal, if black can stunt white's goal from queen side advance, he wins. He can start his attack. Bishop h6, rook b1. Let me see how many moves that. 59. Okay. Pawn takes c6, bishop takes c6. Okay, now we have a double attack going, and he has a defender. Potentially we can take here, queen takes, knight takes, and then takes, and we win a piece. Yeah. Right now there's no chance of this being very effective. Infiltrating. And if this is played, then he just drops in for a huge attack. Yeah. He's attacking from both sides. That takes scope on that. That keeps an eye there. So if this is pushed, he wins a pawn. So that stops that attack. Knight goes there. Bishop is an interesting idea. I kind of like the bishop idea from the computer's perspective, because you potentially have queen sliding in, and if he plays there, you can actually drop that, and it's like, uh-oh. And now you can actually attack there. Pawn takes knight. Rotate, bishop takes rook. Rotates bishop. Excuse me. Let me see, what's it want? Here, there. Probably there. If he comes up, then... Okay. Yeah, that's kind of odd, but it doesn't a lot for any advantage for him. Oh. Yeah. Especially when you're can't believe White's trading down. All this does is get closer to a draw. Now Topalov can actually come in here. I like this idea better. And if that's pushed, yeah, darn it. Oh, Alekhine gun. This is kind of what it is, but I think it would have the queen there and the rook there. I think it would be switched. King G7. G2, sorry. Rook. And now they're moving around. You want a pawn. And Topalov would have an extra pawn. So everything's now... Finally, he's got the correct Alekhine gun. He's got it in correct sequence now. He had it incorrect. He needed to reroute and get it something like that. Too late though. If he traded here, it wouldn't work for White, because this passed pawn and this king and knight. Bishops can only stay on one color. Knights can jump all over the place, and they could be on two colors. They're not bound to one color. So it's kind of why he had to run c6. And if takes here, you take here. It takes there, you take. And if here, you could actually take and win the bishop. So there goes the pawn. And now there's no way to stop a check. I don't know. I kind of, if he trades here, I kind of prefer black in this scenario here. I believe black's winning. So I like black. Wow. Potentially that he has to hold. Oh, at this point, I guess it's all over, isn't it? Because then you bring your king involved, and if that's played, yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's all over at that point. Yeah, task even. I agree. But this one's a little longer. It's like 83 moves. So on the woman's one, because it, and I'm just kind of going to go through it efficiently so we can also get some puzzles in. So I'm going to do try to be I'll give some talking with it, but more just seeing how she plays. Like, that's an interesting idea, but then you play there, so I don't know. I've seen that played many a time. H6. And then now you're getting ready. Your castle. Rook comes, and then you can actually go like that. And you're slightly better for white. Let's turn this off first. B6. I play here. I like this move. It kind of pins down the pawn. It's probably not the best. That's more equal of a position. I don't know. I just like that because if he takes here, and actually you have to take there. King takes, and then pawn takes. White's still better because of the attack that they have. So yeah. That's actually the best move in this scenario. And then you could play oh, nice. I like that. I like that. And if takes there, then you can actually trade. And if rook takes, now you got that. Oh. So it's more equal, even if it's black, even if you're playing black, to have a draw in this scenario might be better. Just taste G. So the computer likes that. It makes sense because you're trying to connect your rooks and get your knight to its best position if that's played. Interesting. So you play there, and if knight takes, well, I guess you'd want to take here, and if that's taken, take there, queen takes. Oh, queen check, okay. King moves. Oh, smack. Yeah, you're in a pickle here. And then, oh wow. Look at the attack that's coming down the pike. Yeah, the queen would have to come back, and I think you can actually grab a pawn. That's kind of what I would do, is grab a pawn here. And then just make my opponent feel the the agony of you know what do you got to do? You may have a rook here, but I have you in the squeeze, and I'm gonna squeeze harder, and we're gonna end up breaking you. Kind of like a vice. You put them in a vice, and eventually, under the pressure, they break. Sometimes you could do that. And the biggest one recently for people, the vice of time. A lot of the players lose because of time. Time pressure is huge. You can't think deep enough. Whoa, she missed that. That is kind of puzzling. You take, king takes, king up, and now you can get an attack going. There we go, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. She takes a pawn. Exactly. Black had the initiative for a long time. And I'll see she's up a lot of material, and that's what's played. It's hard to she got a pawn. So let's see, 4 pawns versus 6. Takes, rook takes, e5, and so the queen has come back. It's still equal. Yeah, this is what the computer says is actually the best move. I agree, because what you're doing is restraining the knight. Isn't queen g4 for knight h4 scary? Yeah. Then you have here, you develop in. If he takes, you take, and the rook comes back, and then now you're bringing in your reinforcements. It's easy to do this now, but when you're under time restraint and you're playing in a hot and heavy tournament, it's kind of not easy to do this. So I don't blame her for kind of being more cautious and bringing the king in. Oh, queen h4. Yeah. Wait, let me see here. You were talking about, what did I miss here? Okay, bishop 97, king h8, and queen. Oh, I gotcha. Queen g4. But I think it ends up with mate, if I'm not mistaken here, because you get a rook, like the computer said, and I believe we have enough material to let's see here, there. I think you could bring a rook in. Maybe we could actually bring the rook in here. I'd probably try to bring another piece in if I could. Yeah, it's all over now. I think you've just oops, my bad there. You've kind of disintegrated the opponent, and then there you go. Yeah. And now look at the annihilation that's going to happen. I see what you're saying though. Okay, there we go. Now we're at the correct move. And this was let me see. Where's the point that they were talking? Right about this was the trick that Annie Sharovich kind of fell for. It was tempting to grab the knight, but the best move is this here. First of all, kick the queen out, and then maybe later on you can grab this knight. But I mean, I don't know if it's beneficial though. But to see this is really hard though if you want to think about it. This kind of, it'd be tempting to take that. But the problem is that put her right back on the map for an attack, because this allowed the rook to come over to h8 with mate threat, and so that's why this move's huge, to get the queen out so that that doesn't happen. But what happened is material, and now you're in a problem. It's drawn. Yeah, and at this point she had to give the material back, because if she moved here, it's mate. So it's like material has to be given back. This right here is winning on the spot. And the computer's just brutal. And you just take a pawn. That's just hot, cold, just cold, stone cold right there. You're now 3 pawns up here. Ouch. And when when this trade happened, she was ahead. The Stockfish 9 shows 1.3, but on the one that Maurice Ashley and Yazzer and Jennifer had, it was like 3.5 pawn advantage. So I don't know if the computer engines calculate slightly different, but this is actually like 3 pawns up. That was on theirs. Maybe it's not as strong engine as this one is. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's why when we talk about, always do this. Always say to yourself, why is my opponent giving me a piece? You know what I mean? Don't just... But Sharovich was actually in time trouble. She only had like a minute left, so she wasn't able to calculate. If she probably had like 20 minutes, she would have probably seen the bishop here to kick the queen out. But it looks just too perfect to take. So, but you know what? Make sure that you have the correct move line for sure. Another pawn's gonna fall. King f6, a5. There goes one. There goes one. It looks tempting to grab this, but this is actually wrong. You could, but so just gonna push here. There we go. Now she's 4 pawns up. I kind of like that move now that I think about it, because you have something like this, and then now you can actually check and bring the king over. And this is kind of somewhat what happened here. Kind of something like this. And in this scenario, 3 versus 1, you're going to overwhelm this pawn. So it takes. I don't know, I like that better. I think this is a lot. Now you can push, and even if that's played, you probably could walk your king over if you had to, yeah, in front. And if there's a check there, then you just walk down, and then you push. And there's really, you'd have to play there. You have to come up. And you gotta keep this rook on this file, and then you're gonna try to get this to queen, but you can actually stop it. And now you can get your rook in behind. It's important to get your rook behind the pawn. And if that's played, you just take, and even if he takes here, now you have three pawns. There's nothing. These 3 pawns are just gonna crunch this rook. Just be calm. Be calm. Just play one move. No worries. And this pawn will promote. You're still winning here. I'd probably queen here. And it's all over at this point, yeah. Oops. Hold on, where did I go wrong here? My bad, sorry about that. Hold on. There we go. Two is enough to win on this. Kind of, what she's trying to do is if Annie would have checked here rather than the king move, let's say checking here, you can just bring your rook down, and then you get a free move, and you can start pushing your pawns. So that's kind of why that was played. Now the king's safe, and you actually, this potentially is an idea here. But I don't think that it's the best. So B is check. You bring the king up. This is just, my teacher taught me this when we were studying. This is how you walk your babies down the board. You just go here. Actually, you have to drive the king. And at this point, let's say we plays here. We come up, he moves up there. Then we check. He comes over. We move our king up. If he checks here, we move up. And if he tries here, we check mate there. So and she resigned at this point here. This is where she resigned, because here, there, you could just do the staircase walk, but better is that. And boom, there you go. So let's pull up our do some puzzles now. That was a really good one. I like that end game. Annie is really good in any wings. Wong is a good end game player. So I like that game. That's why I kind of like doing her games. Is she is a good end game player. Yeah, she's facing Arena Crunch tomorrow. Arena Crush tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting game for sure. I think if she can either draw or win that, she's close to almost ensuring herself the victory. Close to. But nobody knows. You never know what's going to happen. Nazi may win all the rest of her games and, regain the title. So it's all about what the players play. So it's not, as we say, I don't believe it's fate. I just think it's who doesn't make the mistakes, as they say. Let's see here. One sec. I'll leave this puzzle with you guys. I'll be right back. Alright. So what do you guys think? Oops. There you go. Have you guys come up with any ideas on what it could be? Let's see here. One idea I see is a check. I'd love to play here, but that's there. So I don't know if that's actually on the table. Well, potentially maybe after check comes up, we'd potentially have rook there, but then that end up with mate. Because this bishop deprives our king of space. That's what I'm thinking too. But let me see. And he only has one move to go to, which is H8, H7. Huh. But I believe then he has a check here. Let's see here, there, 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 there. I have to agree with you on that. Bishop e4. Queen takes. Rook. Takes. I think you're right. I think that is. Let me see. And here and there. Excuse me. Let's see here. That's a fork, isn't it? So more likely the knight's gonna take. And rook takes. And I think we're actually winning here. In this scenario, there's no more back rank mate, and now we're the one with the attack. I think that's right, because here, here, here. What else? What can he do after that? He might try maybe playing back here, but then we just trade off and knight takes, and now we have a passed pawn here. Get rid of that. We have a passed pawn here. Yeah. Yeah. But we'll go over your line, and that's actually the, like what you're saying, correct. We come here, He takes, and we take. We're up in exchange. There you go. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. There we go. There we go. Okay, I gotta get my... Exactly. Total winning. You gotta love it. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see what this move does here. This to here. It allows for a potential fork with our knight there. So the knight here is a fork. If we play here, he'll actually do a check there and win our rook. So yeah, and we would have eventually spotted it, because yeah, you go through your candidate moves. Okay. Trying to see what potentially could be an idea here. What's calling out is that that's a candidate move for black. That's a candidate move. That's a candidate move. So which one do we want? Which one do we want? We'll start out with this one here. So there. We'll say here. There, check, so takes. Boy, this is a... What do you think, guys? Boy, this is a interesting one for sure. He's got that there, which is a pain. So maybe making a flight square is a good idea. Yeah. That is what I'm looking at. There's that capture, that capture, that capture, that capture, that capture. There's even a pin here. There's a ton of stuff to do here, but you have to calculate it correctly. I'm liking actually that, but I'm trying to see what could he do. Okay, if we play there, then he took here. We take there, he takes, and then we take, so we win there. So here, here, there, we win the bishop. He takes, knight takes, and then we guard this with 3 pieces. What do you guys think? 'Cause I'm tied between this. Interesting. That's a good line too. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Right. Very true. We have to be careful of a double check though. See, if we play here, he has double check. Then he's got that. The only problem is here, here. Oh, wait a second. There, 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 there. Yeah, D6. So we're going with bishop takes. So if we take bishop takes, rook takes, knight takes, up, takes, rook comes down, check. Yeah, if we take with the bishop, we're up a creek. Yeah, I'm thinking you're right on that. I think it has to be that then. I know, but you have to. Yeah, but what you have to do is calculate what happens after takes, though. We'd probably have to take here. Boy, that's such a. I think it's equal if we do that, though. This is a puzzle for sure. I know, but think about what happens though if he plays here though. That's one thing we have to take in consideration. I guess we're still okay, aren't we? If we take there, then he plays check there. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and even if he takes here, we can actually take. We got a knight there. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, if he plays here, we play there, and if he plays up here, we can actually take there. It guards that point there, but remember we gotta be careful. So probably this takes is best, and then if that's played, you just take there, and we're up 2 pieces. Yeah, I see what you guys are saying. Oh, wait a second. We'll go over Fox's line. Okay. Let's see, bishop. Why is knight takes refuted? Let's take a look. It's equal. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, I think that's why he can't. Yeah, it is. Huh. It's between these two moves. That's what I kind of see. So knight here. Then he moves there. Oh, sorry, knight here. He moves there. Queen takes check. He moves there. And if queen check, bishop takes check. He moves up there. I think he escapes. Drat. Yeah, because this actually is the most forcing line if you think about it. Because if knight takes, we checkmate. King's going to have to move. And then we play there. Then when the king moves, we actually take with mate. Yeah, I believe you're right. That. Oh, you're kidding me. No. Oh, whoa. What am I missing here? Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Wow. Ouch. Hey, there's no mistake as long as we learn from it. Remember, there is no mistake as long as you learn from it. Let's get it. Let's get right back in the saddle, guys, and start riding again. Is it that simple? Is it queen takes, king takes, knight takes? Can't be that straightforward, is it? Is that it, Fox? Is it this? What am I missing anything? Ugh. That's not good. What do you think? Check. King takes. And then if he goes straight back, we can actually take a pawn and then retreat out. What do you guys think? What you guys think? Well, I want to see if do I have it, or am I missing something? Can't he just play out here though? Back out. See, if we take here, he takes. We take. You're saying G7, G8. Then we come back out with check. And if he tries to come back and get us, we then retreat out. I think it's this. What do you guys think? If he plays over here, we just retreat out with check. If he tries to come and attack us, we then retreat out. Let's give it a shot. Yep. There we go. We'll do one more, then I got a log. Yeah, I love this. We're doing it. You know what they say? Playing is the best, as they say. You gotta love it. Because you have to understand that the positions may not always have, as Jeremy Silman calls it, dynamic play to it. It might just be, takes, and you win the game. Hey, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So, oh, you want to take a look to see if it traps it? Let's take a looky. So you're saying A7? Probably if we take here, then we can actually push onward. We get a protected pass pawn. And then we actually have that. And then we have two pass pawns. And so I believe that's enough compensation for that. And then you'd play there, and if takes. If he tries checking, you just move your king up, and that's protected. So we have two protected pass pawns, and I think that's enough to make up for the loss of that knight. Yeah, it's crazy, but it works. It's crazy, but it works. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. We're so close to getting checkmated here. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. No, sirree. No. Let's see here. If we take... takes... then we win the rook. So here, here, here. But I believe what he's planning on doing is that. And then we move up. And I still think we're okay in this scenario though. Really don't see any mating ideas. He can't even try that because our knight guards it to set up for a mate there. We actually could play bishop takes. Actually rook takes, that's right. Then bishop takes, takes. Huh. I don't know if that's right. See here, there, 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 there. I think you're right with taking. I'm trying to see. I think that is right. Because we can't actually he can't really do anything because the blocking of that. That is true. But if we can win material, we can actually prevent this though. We would be up, I think, a whole exchange. Let's see here, there, and there. He couldn't push his pawns at that point. We'd be up a whole exchange. And that'd be enough to stop his pawns. What do you guys think? King takes? What's wrong with bishop takes? Guess nothing. Well, let me see there. We can't actually take here because we're in a pin. Yeah. So we got it. We have to take there to get out of the pin. That's kind of the only way to solve the sitch. I think it is a forced take, h4. Yeah, I think it is best. Wow. We can't take here because of checkmate. So only move is actually king g3, I believe. Excuse me. Maybe that's wrong too, because I think he could cement his... No. We can then take there. So king g3. Here. Rook takes. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. What was I thinking? It covers mate. Oh, boy. I must be getting tired. Oh, man. I think it still works, though. Let's see. I think we still get a win, but... Yeah. Boy, this is kind of a little bit intense for sure. But he doesn't have a protected passer anymore. Huh. Let's see what we got for another one here. Okay. Trying to see what we got here. Man, it's too bad we couldn't have this knight go there. Let's see, what do we got here? We'll do this one then, and then I gotta log, because I want to get this one right. We potentially have that, so that's an idea. See, where's the only spot the queen can go to at this point? Probably there. Huh. It's not mate, is it? Is it close to mate? Let me see. If we play here, he plays up there. We're so close. We're so close to trapping the queen. Are we missing something? The queen, the bishop's on pre, so maybe we could just slide over when the queen goes there. Let's go here to there, and if she goes here, potentially that's probably what's going to happen. Well, if it does that, we win the rook. So here, and this is forced. Pawn takes. I believe that's right, because that does take advantage of the do we take the bishop here? I believe that's the only way we get equality. Let's see. I would take. Yep. Okay. Well, let's see what would happen with this. Let's. Oh, sorry. Right here. I had the rook move. Okay, we take there. If pawn takes, we take with the rook. And then if the king comes up, you retreat back, and you're still threatening mate. And if rook takes, then we bring the, you can actually bring the over there. Oh snap! So that makes sense why you gotta take first. Oh, I kind of see now why. Because if he plays there, you snap there, and if he takes there, you can actually queen. Or even better, mate 4. Now you queen. The queen intercepts, and then you can checkmate. I think either queen mates. So the queen's gonna have to take here. And then the queen comes up, and this is gonna eventually you actually queen, and then you win a piece. Because the queen protects the pawn right through. Let's take a look at that line that you were talking about. You're threatening mate in that. He doesn't have enough time to take at that point. It'd be checkmate. He'd be up a whole rook, but down a king. So, well, guys, thank you so much. Do you have any? Wait a second. Do you have any other lines you want to look out on that? Look at on this. Do you guys have any other lines? Any other lines, guys? Fox, do you have any other lines? Are you guys good? Okay. Well, with that, guys, I thank y'all for coming on. We're doing good. Boy, I gotta tell you, you have to make sure that you check all lines, because that one take of the knight was really, like, right there. It looked like it couldn't be done because of mate, but it actually was correct. So we have to remember to look for those small things. Remember, always, always learn from your mistakes. Then they're not mistakes, they're learning lessons. Keep pushing forward. There's always a plan in the position. We just have to find it. And when we do, we get to say, I love it when a plan comes together. Remember, guys, as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus. And as I say, God bless. And I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. We'll check one more thing. I want to see if anybody wrote down just in time. No? Okay, nope. Alright. I'll see Chess Cruncher. Remember, TV. Remember, though, you have to, if you guys have time, or after the facts, go over the games of the U.S. Championship, the ladies and the men's part. those are really good for learning because they're the top of the line guys that are for the United States, the USCF. So if you want to get some good games, update ones, that's it. And remember, just keep doing good. And you know what? I hope you guys have a blessed morning, evening, or night. And I will see you tomorrow on Chess Crusher TV. So, bye bye.